Too many white shirts in the middle, but they've given the ball away, and it's been picked up by Evandra. Even though his intentions forward were scuppered. Evandra, one of those on a yellow card warning. If they get another yellow card, then they would miss the next game in the knockout stages. Single yellow cards, by the way, get ruled out, wiped out after the quarterfinals. So you've got to keep your nose clean for the 3 games in this round, plus the couple of games in the knockout stages. Free kick given away by Honduras there. Evandra again making a nuisance of himself and being dragged to the floor by Arana. Arana, who plays for RCD España in his home country, and will miss the next match then. A couple of players on the bench as well who are also in trouble. Jason Areola and Reagan Bodden. Nazali. Feeds it out into the right wing back, Al Ghazani. 5 minutes gone, still 0-0. No real chances yet to count on. One free kick that was rather wasted by Honduras, but apart from that, cagey opening of this final group game in Group H. Interesting to see what goes on in the other game as well, with Brazil taking on Zambia, because just because they both qualified for the next round doesn't mean that the action is over, because there will be a seeding that will come into play. And the higher you are in the seeding, the weaker the opposition in principle you will get to face in the first round of the knockout stage. Frustration you can hear from two coaches trying to get their sides in order.
Sepertinya tidak ada masalah. Di sini kita baik-baik saja.
Certainly the best atmosphere that I've been involved in a game so far at this tournament. The stands packed, plenty of Indonesians here supporting their side, and the first shot flies over the bar. There from Raffi Rashik and from Seman Padang. Left wing back who played in both games so far. Substitute against Zambia, started against Brazil. Just 16 years old. Corner. Defending on that far side by Arzu. Just one appearance so far for him in the 5-2 defeat, 63 minutes against Zambia. Bouli is going to take the corner. Not a bad ball in either. just about headed away by a Honduran head. Should be a Indonesian throw-in. Goes harmlessly behind for a goal kick. Touched by Netzer there, trying to get in behind. 16-year-old Persik Kadiri man, who's a forward who does like to press aggressively, links up well with the attack and midfield. Shot on target in the 2 appearances and is featured in both games. Scored 4 goals in the qualifying tournament. Haven't managed to find so much success here, though. Third place at the under-16s event that was acted as the qualifying competition for this competition. It was won by Australia, of course, who are part of the Asian Confederation, despite being in Oceania. Many years now. It's all Indonesia at the start of this game. Honduras rather being backed up inside their own penalty area. Forward comes Goli again. Good tackle in the middle. It's Ramirez who's come all the way back to help out the defence. And he plays for Olympia. Back home. The top of the table. Has been on the bench for the first team on occasion as the Honduras centre-back, but has not yet featured for them. Goli lining up another free kick then for Indonesia. More organisation. For the goalkeeper to put together. Laga has got them in order, and he's got his own things in order too, because he makes a comfortable save. First real shot on target then in the game. Indonesia having the better of it in the opening 10 or so minutes. Still 0-0. Finally, Arana managed to bring Honduras forward, but there's too many defenders around there and not enough Hondurans in the penalty area to be able to profit from it. Well, already on a yellow card, he already knows that he's going to miss the next round, the man who plays for Real España. Called Real España, but they are still a Honduran side, not a Spanish one. Spanish links though between the two countries obvious. Go back long as far enough. Going free kick there for a second. I think Al-Ghazali thought that he might get something, but the Persia Jakarta man didn't. Honduras, first chance to attack, and it goes wide there from Luis Suazo. 17-year-old man who's on Braga's books in Portugal. One of the bigger names in this Honduran under-17 side. That wasn't the easiest angle to be able to convert from there, though. Suazo scored a hat-trick in the 8-0 win over Bonaire during the CONCACAF under-17 qualifiers for this event. Calm being called for from the Indonesian coach, Arianto. It's all about down the big moments for these boys. They all know how to play football. It's dealing with it when the pressure is on. Can you reproduce what you know you can do when you absolutely have to? That's what separates the great players from the merely good. Slowing time down, giving yourself that time. Well, Honduras trying to play their way out of defence and getting themselves into trouble. Every time the Indonesians get their foot on the ball, a whole host of screams coming from the crowd, willing them forward. There are the Indonesian supporters, you can see in that stand over there. There's Panji, captain of the Indonesian side, who plays for Bali United. And their youth team got to break into the first team. Ow. That is a throw and a half. Minutes gone. Honduras 0, Indonesia 0. Bit of advice coming from head coach of Honduras, Israel Canales, for one of the forwards that are supporting Flores. It's Reyes. The ball bounces through harmlessly into the hands of Laga. So back into the lineup. On the bench for the first two games, but gets his chance here in his last one. Amy was the man who was in goal for the first two games. And he plays for Dua United. Into the middle by Indonesia again, but there's no real plan at the moment. What they're going to do with it. It's whacked away, and it'll be a throw-in off the boot of the left-back Oliva. Despite the raucous nature of the game, you can hear the two coaches barking their instructions. It's made by Baker. 16-year-old who played for Melbourne City. Has actually played for the first team for the Australian side. More often than not, he's on the bench. Indonesia again. That ball was looking through to Alberto. Despite the Latin nature of his name, Fadli Alberto is Indonesian. He's played 90 minutes in both games so far. Starts again here. That's a good chance in the middle. And again, it was these for a pull-up trying to get in. Good ball forward. Honduras now with a real attack. Oh, it's a wild slash at goal by Lana. Having picked up a yellow card earlier in the game that will keep him out of the next game if they make it that far. This was a chance to atone. Good defending, though, by Laga. Hoppenbrouwers give him his full name, and you won't be surprised with a name like that. He's on the books at Utrecht in the Netherlands. Goli into the path now of Al-Ghazani. Angie, the captain. Tangerine out wide. Captain again has a little look up to see what's on and slides a neat little ball forward, but good covering. Has it back again from Razik. Alberto, surrounded. With Baker. 20 minutes gone, still goalless. Pitch 2 here at Al Rayyan at the Aspire zone. Indonesia having much the better of the possession of the territory, looking for a killer shot though. And that ball unable to be collected by Merza for Dratula. And also really struggling to come away. Here comes Rafi Rashik. This is better. And a spectacular save needed from the Honduran goalkeeper, Valladares. This one will be a slightly easier catch. Good work on that far side by Rashik. Just couldn't quite cut it back. Enough to find a teammate. Down the line nicely from Tanjun. Here comes Rashid. Again, he's up on the other side now. Last attack, he was down the left. This time he's down the right. Back to Dewey. All the pressure coming from the men in red. Here comes Frolasta. Ivandra Frolasta keeping it in Indonesian possession. Neat little ball forward by Goli. And that will be a free kick, I think, given there against Rashik. With 2 appearances so far, and was part of that squad that finished 3rd at the qualifying event, including playing in the knockout stages. Halfway through the first half, and Israel Canales' team of Honduras can't break down Nova Ariantos in Indonesia, but it's the same the other way around. It's even more prevalent the other way around because Indonesia have done most of the attacking. This is better. Picked up again by Arana. It's going to be collected though by Baker. Enthusiasm, full of energy that we've seen so far in the first part of this game, but they need some poise, cool head amongst all of the frenetic movement. So far we haven't seen any of that. And it's important to emphasize these kids are all under 18. It's the under 17 World Cup, but you have to be under 17 at a certain date to qualify for this. Most of the players who are here are actually 17 now when it started. Good ball in, and finally a chance to shoot. Metsa Ferjatula got the shot away, but it hit a Honduran defender. Long ball forward, but that tactic hasn't worked so far very well for Honduras. It's inevitably ended up giving possession back to the Asian side. Nazril, though, has given away a free kick. Nazril Afaro, another of the Persib Bandung band. Good defending in the end by Medina from that shot towards his goal. Metsa Ferjatula. His first goal here. Back into the path then of Ali Ghazani. Honduras throwing a pretty low block, no high press about them at all today. They are clearly concerned about the pace of the Indonesian side. Now, though, they're trying to break themselves. Now this is one of those moments where they could take full advantage. This is a handy break, and that was actually going wide. There was offside anyway on that far side. Rajasa wasn't to know that. Was being honed in on by Suarezzo. Suarezzo, the man who had a hat-trick in qualifying. Just the one appearance so far in this event before tonight. Corner kick. Set piece then for Honduras. It's a good ball in. Good work by the goalkeeper, Rajasa. Just as well, because there was a Honduran on his own behind him. Ball still not away, though. Honduras continuing the attack in open play this time. It's Ramirez. Sliding off. Took a little bit too long to try to get there and make that cross.
Amarat.
So Zambia have got in front against Brazil. They were second in the table to the South Americans, but they are now top of the table. Those two sides have both qualified, but it's all about seedings now for the knockout rounds between those two, which is why it's not a dead rubber at all. Indonesia on the attack. Picked up by Fadli Alberto. Looked after by Azu.
Inside
again, and the best chance, and the follow-up. First shot by Goli, the follow-up by Mertzer. And Valladares needed to keep it 0-0. Great work outside on that left-hand side. Gracia Evandra. It was Goli who sent the cross in. Evandra with the first shot. And Mertzer with the follow-up. Biggest chance of the game so far goes to the midfielder, Vlasta Evandra. I don't think that would have been to have opened his account here in Qatar in this group campaign. Here is the midfielder again. Little 1-2, that was almost nice. Good idea, just didn't quite have the execution.
Tapi bola 2 kali, Kak.
Trying to play their way through the lines.
Alright.
That ball trying to find, here he comes again, Goli. Goalkeeper's needed again. Valladares is being kept busy, particularly from that left-hand side. Shot coming in from Alberto after good work by Goli as well in that latest attack. Forward by Baker. Alfaro beats it out into the half of Ali Ghazani. And again, Ali Ghazani, sliding tackle coming in on him from Suazo. Half an hour gone, Honduras 0, Indonesia 0, but the Indonesians are getting nearer and nearer to the opening goal as we head into the last quarter of an hour of the first half. Eyes up. Honduras are surely going to get tired here mentally as much as anything else from all of this defending that they're doing. Indonesia trying that left flank again with Goli having a terrific opening half out. All from distance. Now, it's always going to have to be something super incredible to score from that kind of distance. So the shot from Alberto. It was a good attempt as well from the left-sided midfielder to score for the first time in this competition. Will go all the way back into the hands of Rajasa. It's been untroubled so far, the Utrecht shot stopper. Forward by Ghazani again. Cutting back inside is Florasta. Fielder trying to follow into the penalty area. There's an awful lot of good movement here being put in by the Asian side, but just lacking that last little piece, that composure I was talking about earlier. You can turn it all on in training and in games where They would start as favourite, but once you get to the big competition and you know that you're standing in the game, your future in the game is on the line, who is it that can really stand firm and repeat exactly what they know they're capable of doing on any other day in the heat of battle? Good little turn. Forward comes Suazo. Runs into a problem though. The ball is jammed back into the penalty area and is blocked by the captain Panji. Free kick on the edge of the area too. The man at the other end who had such a good chance, Ivandras Flolasta, who's given away this free kick right in the dangerous part of the pitch. It's a huge opportunity now for Honduras. And we're right back into that conversation about calm. Belief in your ability. Joshua Palacios and Darrell Oliva standing over the ball. Suazo goes into the box. Rajasa, pensive, as indeed is the Honduran coach, Marian Babu. Goalie is creating the doorstop. Yeah, no good putting your hands over your head like that, because if the ball hits them, that will be regarded as an unnatural position. Part of the learning process. It's so long ago that we didn't have anybody doing that at the base of walls. So then either centre-back Palacios or left-back Oliva to take this. Palacios! Oliva! And the goalkeeper makes the save fairly comfortably from the left-back. Indonesia resume their assault of the Honduran goal. Ball comes in from goalie. And it goes from Reyes. Backheel by Suazo. Goalie, this time unusually for him, goes backwards instead of forwards. Got another chance here though. Down the line to Alberto. And it'll go out for a throw-in. The statistics, I think, are going to surely show that most of the attacking efforts from Indonesia have been down that left-hand side. Now, little ball into the middle from Rafi Rashik. And that one is repelled as well. Rajasa, first thing he's had to do in the game. And got down well. That's been stolen away. Honduras on the counter-attack. That's a little bit hard, and good intervention by Panji. Amador trying to find some space. The right back. Goes for Lobos. Back home. Oliver back on defensive duties. Feel like the game needs a goal here to set something up for the second half. Indonesia trying to come up with. There's nobody in a red shirt though in the box when that ball came in, and a good one it was as well from Rafi. Nobody there to follow up. The first yellow card of the game, second yellow card of the game seems to have come out of the pocket of our referee. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a wild. So the captain Panji into the referee's book. Panji not one of those in danger of suspension, though. A really tough free kick to take from right in the middle of the park. One there by Flores, the captain, and then wildly skewed over the top. Lack of patience sometimes when you shoot from that distance. Not believing in the process and just losing your patience, as I say, and just going for it from a really unrealistic distance. Looking for the super goal, which don't come around very often, even for the pros. Baker. Back from Alberto. Nazril. Again, not being patient, trying to pull the trigger from far too far out. That's nice, neat play there in the middle from the centre-back, Palacios. On the far side, it's Goli in defensive duty for a change as he tries to stop Arana getting onto the ball. Pretty happy with that challenge. 40 minutes gone, 5 minutes to go until the break, still goalless on pitch 2 in the Aspire zone between Honduras and Indonesia. Deep ball, Mercer. And well taken there in the middle by the Honduran keeper, Valladares. Valladares, another of those players on the books at Olympia, the Honduran league leaders. Decent ball, a little bit too much on that. And Rafi knows it. It was the right ball, but he just hit it too hard. Picked up by Reyes. Surrounded though by Indonesians, including Aizar, who made the challenge. One of the 4 changes from the last game made by Indonesia today. Guli is coming to the middle of the park and lays it out wide into the path of Aizar, the centre-back. He's forward to midfielder Lazril. And Nazril will be denied by Reyes, and it'll be a corner. 3 minutes to go until the break. Tension obvious in the physique of Nora Arianto, even though he's trying to look as though he's calm. It's difficult to be calm when you get to this stage of a competition. And you're either going to be organising the trip home tomorrow night or knockout stages. Ball in. Dealt with again, though, by Honduras. Suazo trying to get onto it, showing good strength. However, doesn't come away with the ball because of good persistence coming in from Rafi. Left wing back, who's whistles you can hear because there are other pitches around, by the way. That one is from this pitch. Oliver. And told in no uncertain terms that you can't just go in like that. Evandro yellow card. Just a warning, just to tone it back. Baker. Out he goes again into the path of Alberto. Been a little bit too much shooting from outside the area, in my view, in this first half. Rather than working the chances and trying to open up the defence, they've pulled the trigger slightly too quickly of Indonesia in this first 45 minutes. And have been letting Honduras off lightly as a result. Strangely left by Oliver, and that conceded possession back to Indonesia. You see, there you go again, shot from distance. This time by Goli. And, well, you're buying a lottery ticket when you try something from that distance out. Indonesia on top in every aspect except for the scoreline as we head towards the last few seconds of this first half. Nice little ball, drawing Aiza forward. Now on to Rafi. Rafi goes crunching into the advertising hoardings, but at least will come away with the corner from that robust challenge by Martin. Emmanuel Martin, 16-year-old, plays for Motagua. Sends up Rafi, sprawling. Oh, they've robbed the ball. Nazriel.
Oh no!
Needs some brave goalkeeping from Valladares. Bail his defender out. That's a minute of time added on, gone, and the referee blows. It's been a half that has been a little bit frantic, not very controlled.